So what did you do? How did the project start?
This project started 2 weeks after the rest of the class. We were a group who had no idea what we were getting into in terms of, we were the only group who didn't have a project set up for them from the get-go. For us, this put us at a disadvantage because we had no idea who our project sponsor was. We had no idea the scope of the project. We had no idea basically what we were getting ourselves into, whether it was a database project or how technical or non-technical it was going to be. We had no idea. As soon as we did get our project from our professor, it basically forced us to come together as a team. We had to research everything that we had no idea how we could implement, and we had to reach out to our project sponsor and make ourselves available to meet with them.
We got the project started by basically putting together, once we actually got our project requirement, what we did is we went through and we figured out all the questions that we would need to ask to gain a better understanding of what they currently have and what the features they actually would need. At that point, once we had figured out all of our questions and brainstormed it, we contacted Ed with the ZWE Group. ZWE stands for Zero Waste Management, with the City of San Jose, and we set up a meeting with him. The meeting had to be set to his schedule because he has a busy schedule and we were 2 weeks behind. So, we shotgunned it and actually got a meeting with him as early as possible. They had told us that the event organizer was very familiar with the event that they would be, mapping. At that point, we found out that they also had a step before the map, which would be the Salesforce form, what they would have to basically fill out. At that point, we went back to the team and we started making our project plan. To start off making the project plan, we actually jumped on Google Hangouts. We opened up an Excel doc on Google Drive, and everybody just started brainstorming tasks that would need to be done in order to complete this project. And then we went ahead and started grouping the different tasks together to see exactly where they would reside.
So my part in the project, I was the documentation manager, and it was my job to basically either create the forms that we were using or to use the templates that were provided. And it was actually a new experience because I'd never done it before. So I had to actually refer to the forms that were provided by our professor quite a bit, that previous teams had used. And it also helped to Google sometimes because there was some forms that were just templates that were within Microsoft Word that worked out for us, but then we adjusted them so that they reflected the work that we were doing in our project, which helped us because then we got some really good feedback from our professor, and we were basically able to adjust the template or adjust how much detail that we did within it. Some of it was done spur of the moment, so kind of had to be available to get it done as quickly as possible. And some of it was done over a period of time because it was really involved, and we had to basically just keep on track. And there was time limits. There was things that we had to get done that had to be turned in weekly. So that was basically my part.
In this project, like every project, there's going to be a lot of risks. And so what we basically did is we formulated a risk management plan. We went ahead and thought of all the different things that could basically happen to jeopardize the project or stop the project, causing us to maybe even miss our deadlines. With that, as the project went on through the various different phases, we continued to update the risk management log. The whole purpose of the risk management log was to show the different changes that were actually happening when it came to risk as we were going through each individual phase. The risk management log was key to our success in our project because we could foresee things happening before they even happened. And even if they happened after the fact, we documented them. If we did not foresee them, we still went ahead and documented them and how that affected our project and how bad each risk would basically affect our project as well. Once we had made sure that the maps were fully tested and fully functional, all 23 of them, including the table of content, we went ahead and set up an appointment for a demo where we had the maps live on a server on the internet, and we accessed those maps and we basically deployed them for the team. Once we had demoed all the maps and we went over any requirements that they had, which they had a little bit of changes that they wanted us to make, so we had suggested that we would provide them with a scope change form to see exactly what they wanted. Ahead and set up another appointment with Janet at this time and met up with her. Once we met up with her, we went ahead and uploaded all the map pages to the City of San Jose server, which is an outside server, because they actually use a content management system to run their whole website. We uploaded the map, and then we basically tested to see if the map was functional and we can get to majority of the map pages.
You're on the